Good evening, everyone. My name is Celeste de la Cabra. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do something a little bit differently. This is a particularly time-sensitive video, as the sale is going to be ending, as the time of the recording, tomorrow at midnight, at the end of Labor Day. And I think that this is just really interesting, and there's a good amount to talk about, and I wanted to offer up some recommendations for people who are understandably overwhelmed by what's happening here. So, Vinegar Syndrome started a warehouse sale. And there's quite a few titles to choose from at ridiculously low prices, and a lot of it is selling out fast. So I kind of wanted to do a little check-in on what's left and kind of give you my guidance, as it were, as to what I think is worth taking a second look at, or what is worth grabbing now before you can't later. This is also a little bit different in that I'm going to do my best not to edit this. I'm shooting this kind of like I do my Patreon videos, and I had thought about making this a Patreon exclusive video for a minute, but I don't know. This is just particularly time sensitive, and I wanted to help out as many people as possible with it. So hopefully nothing egregious happens, and my cat behaves, and my sinuses don't kill me. And, we're still kind of getting over the sickness. So do my best here. I'm sorry that it's not as polished as these videos usually are, but hopefully you can appreciate that and enjoy it regardless. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look, shall we? Okay, so here we are on the website. Now through Monday at 11:59 p.m., 50 to 70% off SRP on select VS and partner label goods. And every DVD that they have left, I think, is $5. And I think they're almost done on just about all of those. Right out the gate, what you'll notice here is that a lot of these titles are the same as what was offered on their subscriber week sale. So just really trying to push some of this stuff. Yeah, we have the Beastmaster for $15, which is cheaper than it was literally a month ago at that last sale. I don't know. Ryan over at The Disconnected has talked about this a bit, and I guess let's go ahead and get into it, but I feel like Vinegar Syndrome is kind of doing themselves and this industry as a whole a disservice. Like, I really do kind of agree with him that, like, they are training people to just wait for a ridiculous sale that other companies can't match and that they can't sustain. Like, obviously they have to sell some of this stuff day one. Obviously they have to let some of this stuff sell out at full price. And they have to sell stuff even at their Black Friday sales at half off MSRP. Like, they can't train people to want the Beastmaster for $15 or to not buy things until they can get it at that price point, you know? It's just not sustainable. And I guess from a consumer perspective, from my perspective personally, it's really overwhelming. Like, I don't know. So far, I've only purchased like 2 titles off of this sale, and I might do one more order, but I'm just kind of done. I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of like, oh my God, it's every month with this, where it's just like, I'm tired of the FOMO kind of taking over. And I gotta say, Vinegar Syndrome has been particularly egregious lately in stoking that sense of FOMO that they know people have. Like, ever since I downloaded the app, it's actually only gotten worse. Like, I've noticed it in some of their monthly newsletters that they'll be like, by the way, this is only at this stock count. You should go ahead and get it before you can't. Don't miss out. But I get notifications now that say that. They'll just kind of highlight a random title and be like, almost 70% sold out. Don't miss out. And I added some stuff to my cart today on the wish list, or on the app from my wish list, just to see what it would cost. And I left it alone, and I got a notification that was like, you forgot about the items in your cart. Get them before they sell out. It's like, guys, be a little subtle about it, Like, geez. But The Beastmaster is a good film. If you haven't seen it, I enjoy it. I still haven't bought it, and I still don't really care to at this price. I don't know. I'll get it when I really feel like I need to rewatch it, I guess. Like, I don't feel compelled to get it. Now this Rudy Ray Moore set is one that I've had my eye on for quite some time, and this is the best price it's ever been. It was... What's going on with my internet? Okay, it was fucking... What's going on? Come on, work. There we go. It was $60 for all 4 Blu-rays in the box, but it sold out. I had kind of consulted people, some friends and stuff, like, should I get this? And so I got some mixed answers to that, but overall people were telling me that this set was worth it. I gotta be honest, like, just a $60 box set, I don't really have the money for that right now. I don't have the time to watch everything in it, and I don't have the space on my shelf for it at the moment. And again, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I know that this is going out of print, but like, I feel confident I can find it later. Like, I've been finding good deals on out of print stuff lately. I feel like the bubble is starting to burst, and like, people aren't getting crazy prices for this stuff anymore. I mean, not at least the way they used to. This is a good opportunity to say that you should cross-reference all this stuff with the going out of print section if something is really important to you, because they added a bunch of stuff, and a lot of it is in this sale. Like, I picked up a copy of The Uninvited because I had the reward slip for it, and I didn't realize that that was going out of print at first, and then I saw they had like literally 10 units left, and I was like, oh shit, I better get that. I usually buy standard editions, but again, I had the slip for it, and yeah, went ahead and grabbed it. Back to this set though. I mean, I might still do it. I really don't feel like I will, but I still can assemble this box set at the $12 empty box price and then just add all the Blu-rays individually because they're all still available. And that'll put me, I think when I did the math, it was right at $60. So it's still there, but I don't know. I recommend The Incredible Melting Man, and at $15.89, that's a pretty crazy price. I love this artwork, but also like I think the film is great, or at least it's entertaining for what it is, and the transfer looks astonishing. So if melt movies or body horror or nasty sci-fi is your kind of jam, now's the time to pick this up. I know I've just been very negative, but also like if any of this stuff intrigues you or you like aren't actually organically interested in it and you've been waiting for a good price, like I want to tell you what is worth picking up and what is a good deal. Shiva Baby, you're not going to get the slip on this, but for $10, we watched this the other day and it is amazing. Like it is so good. If kind of black comedy cringe humor like works for you, like if being very anxious and uncomfortable but like for comedy is something that sounds appealing to you, or if you're into like queer cinema or just like bisexual women and their experiences, I don't know, like this film is amazing and I highly recommend it, and that's a good price. Moving along. Killer's Delight I didn't care for. I thought it was a pretty mid kind of slasher, so I don't know. It depends on your mileage for that kind of thing, but not really for me. Here are some of the Rudy Ray Moore films individually. It looks like The Incubus is out of print, which is unfortunate because I started watching it. I didn't finish it, but I was really into it. It's one of the more, I don't know, like John Cassavetes is in it, which is crazy. The Leather Boys, I still haven't watched this, but I picked it up. It's a pretty important like queer film. I think it's at a pretty good price, so. Sometimes Aunt Martha does dreadful things. You're just going to get the standard edition, but I really liked this. This is a really bizarre kind of bleak, John Waters-esque kind of queer slasher. Where like this dude has to dress up in drag to like hide from the police, and it's just like he's clearly dating the other person that he's like on the run with, but they can't say that even though it's entirely obvious. It's just really wild and interesting and entertaining, and I really like it. And this one comes with an extra film and 2 extra short films that I need to check out, because I actually bought this in the Orbit DVD used sale with the slip. So I didn't have to get it this time around, but I recommend that. Savage Harvest, I talked about this in a video recently. I really liked this. $12 is a good price for it. It's less than what I paid for it during the subscriber week sale, but whatever. I watched it and enjoyed it. The representation of Native American culture is perhaps questionable, but in terms of it's shot on video stuff. It's extremely competently made, and the special effects in particular are really great. And it's just one that I liked a lot, and I think it would be a good entry point to SOV stuff if you haven't given it a chance yet. This is one that I'm considering buying. Maybe leave me a comment about it, but $12 is just like, a really, really good price, and it's been on my radar for a minute. Comes with a slipcase, which is cool, if not space inefficient. So, I don't know. Let me know about that. Play Dead. This one's going out of print. It's just the standard right now, but come on, look at this. I don't know. I told some people this already, but if you're into dumb dog movies, I recommend this. Like, this is for a certain kind of person, and I am that kind of person. Like, the film wants to convince you that this is scary, and it's adorable, and it's silly. So, you know, I mean, come on. Come on, bro. Look at him. He's a good boy. But, like, if you're into Cujo, like a dumb movie that's not actually scary and has a cute dog in it, I think Play Dead is at least as good from what I remember of Cujo. Limbo is one that I picked up. As of right now, there's only 71 left. What did it say here? This is what might happen if David Lynch and Nine Inch Nails collaborated on a shot-on-video horror movie. I mean, that sounds like it was made for me. So, yeah, went ahead and grabbed it. Knocking. I didn't finish this one, but when I was kind of... I watched the first, 30 minutes of it, and I was really into it, so I picked it up at their first subscriber week sale. I just haven't gotten around to finishing it yet, but this artwork is fucking crazy, and it's a really good kind of, psychotic women type of deal. If that's your kind of thing, which it is, for me. Blood Delirium, I've talked about this a few times. This is one of the most insane films I've ever seen. It is really, really out there and in arguably poor taste, but it also looks gorgeous and is really well made. And just if you're into Italian films, I think you'll really like it. If you're into gothic horror and really extreme cinema, I think you'll like it. I don't know, it just kind of kicks ass. I love this movie. And that's not the best price I've ever seen for it, but if you've been waiting, good a time as any. These next 4 I've been thinking about just because they have been on my radar before. This kind of black metal shot on video thing looks interesting. I don't know about this. This is pretty questionable. This kind of exploitation / satire film about Columbine. I don't know. It's just so extreme and out there that it piques my interest, I guess. The Long Walk is supposed to be just amazing, and that's a really good price for it. So, it's definitely one that I'm thinking about grabbing before the sale is over. And Sinister, I just think this artwork fucking kicks ass. And again, I'm just really into Saturn's Core lately. Just $15.99. Literally, this is what I'm talking about, where they're training us to think that is too expensive compared to the other stuff here. I don't know. The Birds 2, I actually do recommend this. I like it, but you should take that with a huge grain of salt because I'm the only person who likes it. I just think that I don't know, to compare this to the Hitchcock film feels like a dead end at the get-go. Of course it's not that good. What did you expect? But if you just want a pretty schlocky creature feature, on the level of other Vinegar Syndrome titles, I think you'll get something out of it, and I actually think it's pretty good. Again, not the best price for it, but yeah, I don't know. Donnie's Bar Mitzvah, I do not recommend. I thought that this was trashy and stupid and in very poor taste, and not for me. Shit and Champagne. Here we go. This is trashy and stupid and in very poor taste, but in a way that works for me. This is just edgy white boy humor. This is edgy drag queen humor. I don't know. This is very much a more polished John Waters, and I fucking love this movie. Okay, it's actually doing pretty well in terms of sales, it looks like. There's not a ton left, so that's good. I just adore this film, and I think it's hysterical, so I recommend it, if that sounds like your kind of thing. Pals, Colegas. I've been recommending this to people. If you're into, coming-of-age films and queer cinema, this is an excellent, excellent film. It's not an overtly queer film, but you can absolutely tell that the director is, watching this. There's scenes in it where you'll just have, gay sexuality presented very unfiltered, very uncensored, and it's like just kind of there, and it's not made a big deal of, and it's just like, I don't know, it's the kind of thing you don't see too often in this type of in just cinema in general, not in this type of cinema, but just in general. But it's definitely more on the coming of age side as opposed to the queer side, so keep that in mind. But I love this movie, and I try to recommend it to people. Unfortunately, one of my favorite slips in my collection, the nip slip, is out of print, but see, most of these DVDs are gone, but if that's your kind of thing, it looks like there's at least a few. I didn't bother with it, but you know. Here's one that I'm really considering grabbing before the end of the sale. Coco de Cocoda. From the people I've heard told me about it, it's like one of the best films they've ever seen. And it's like very much my kind of thing. And we're pretty low on stock count here. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's just so much, you know? I do not care if we go down in history as barbarians. I've been trying to get people to buy this film since I saw it. Just an amazing film. It's about a woman who like directs a stage of like public stage reproduction, or like a street performance of an atrocity in Roman history, or not Roman history, in Romanian history. I'm not cutting that. I said this is not edited. It was like something that happened during the Holocaust. It was like this like pogrom, essentially, this like state-sponsored pogrom that happened. And she wants to stage a reproduction of it to like bring awareness to it, because the country is essentially in denial about it and doesn't want to talk about it, and like people make excuses for it. She's like, no, this is fucked up and you need to see that. And I won't spoil it for you, but the reaction that she gets is like chilling, and I think so intelligent and so prescient, and so it is so intelligent and like insightful of human nature and of the way that people with privilege think about these things and react to these things. They only printed 1,500 of these, and even after this sale, there's still 995 left. I just think that that's a crime. Please go pick this up. It's only $10. If you take one recommendation away from this, probably take that one. This Death of Nintendo, I mean, it's an alternate innocence, and I just trust them. And like $9.89, that is an insane price. So it's hard to pass up. I don't know. I just really like their stuff, you know? So we're thinking about that. Kid Candidate, this was a little bit cheesy maybe, or a little bit corny, but it is a good, if you're really, really a junkie about politics and you just really like documentaries, I recommend it. Yeah, I don't think it's amazing or anything, but I did think it was pretty good, and I do think it was interesting, and it did give me a lot to think about, and I guess I do still think about it from time to time, so you know what? I recommend it. Here's one that I'm also thinking about grabbing, 1139. I'm just always interested in the 14-year-old Logan is in the middle of middle school, that's fun, crushing on a boy, daydreaming of another self, and waiting to see a mountain lion. Who among us has not been there, right? I probably have to grab this too. I don't know. There's like, I think I narrowed it down to 5 titles left on this that I really want, and they're all just amazing prices, but it just adds up and becomes overwhelming. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, please, and thank you. Let's help each other out. More DVDs. I mean, if you don't care about Blu-ray, Aunt Martha is only $5. I mean, I'd rather get the Blu-ray for $11, but you know, whatever. I bought this Frankenstein 3D pin just because I love Flesh for Frankenstein, and $4, like, come on, why not? These drive-in pins are staying pretty steady on stock count. People don't seem to want them, which, like, I don't really either, so I guess I get it. But if you're into that, they're $2, so stock up, I guess. The merch went really fast. Like when I first pulled this up, that was what was going the quickest, especially if you need a certain size. This New York Ninja VHS is $15. That's cool. Spookies pins are a good price and they look cool, but I've never seen it, so I don't really know about that. I have this shirt. I paid a lot more for it, but you know, whatever. I got my size, so like, could I even get it now if I wanted to? No. Yeah, they're kind of only left with like the more extreme ends of the size spectrum. Like you get the extra smalls and like the 4XL or something typically are the ones that are left. I thought this game cartridge pin was pretty cute. I don't play video games, so I don't really need it or want it, but like if you're into that kind of thing, or if you're a big Cloak and Dagger fan, I think this is cute. Again, a lot of cool shirts that they're clearing out here, and we're selling out fast. I mean, $11 is tough to pass up. Do they still have my size on this one? They do not. They did for a while, and I was thinking about it, but... This corruption pin is neat. This New York Ninja shirt I think is kind of hideous. Sorry, I think it's kind of terrible. They're doing the corruption prints for only $22, and I think that they're really gorgeous. I just haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. It feels silly. But I like this purple one a lot, too. I really like this, actually. Might have to think about it. But wall space is kind of at a premium, and frames are expensive. So I'm just kind of reticent to be buying posters and prints at this point. Factory 25 shirt I thought about getting. Yeah, they still have my size. I don't know. I like Factory 25. I love OCN, but it's just kind of a boring design, you know? Yeah, they still have my size, so I don't know. But that's everything. I hope that this was helpful to you, and you got some good recommendations for me, or from me, and please let me know what you think about the ones that I highlighted as thinking about getting. Tell me if you think I can wait on something, or if something is just like really a cannot miss, or something that you think I in particular would like. That's it. Again, I'm not going to edit this, so I'm not going to put in my pre-recorded plugs or intros or anything. So there's links in the description for my Patreon, my channel membership, and my Amazon wishlist if you want to help me out monetarily. There's also links in the description for my TikTok, Letterboxd, and Instagram accounts if you want to help me out non-monetarily and be a little bit more intimate with me. And other ways you can help is by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, leaving me comments, and sharing this with somebody who might enjoy it or find it valuable. Yeah, I actually just finished the first round of the postcards for patrons, and they look beautiful, and I'm really proud of them. So go check out the Patreon if that sounds like something you're interested in. And yeah, thanks for sticking around, and happy Labor Day. Support striking workers, support workers' rights. And happy shopping. Hail Satan. Bye.